Controls.
Oh,
Dog,
we just here.
this is crazy.
Year.
This is crazy. That's cool. That's cool. I don't know what you're doing. But welcome to another episode of the Death Fresh Show. It is I, your host, YUNG, capital F, and the F stands for Fresh. And I'm riding shotgun with my big homie, Dougie. But I did that because I thought he was gonna introduce himself because he says a lot of really cool shit when he pod, but he gonna act like he don't know how to pod right now.
I didn't know how you was doing that, but you already know what it is. It's your boy Dougie Fresh, aka Hollywood Trippy. 1/5 of the Geek Set podcast, the only podcast to blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. And as well the NWO podcast, the Nerd World Order podcast, the podcast that is just too sweet.
And he got his LA Night hat on. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we talking wrestling.
Yeah, man, And I want
it's my wrestling vest.
I'm determined for the Death Fresh to be like my homie John Cena. Because we're gonna be the last real podcast left. How you feel about John's heel turn?
I've been waiting on it for a while, man. Like I feel like it's needed. I feel like it's gonna help Cody, because Cody got a little stale. I think this title run hasn't been as, I want to say epic, not epic because epic is a strong word. It hasn't been as strong as a Roman title run was.
Well, so. I personally felt like Cody first run was gonna be a dud, just because of who he was following.
Right. I mean, that's tough to go after 1,000 days.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, you finna follow 1,000 days, knowing that we not your title run, not even what we finna do with you ain't got shit to do with these last 1,000 days we just had. So it's like I felt that good. Like I feel like Gunther's title run is a dub, but like what's crazy to me about wrestling fans is like everybody's so up in arms, and I'm like, you do know that these niggas work here like full time. Like, niggas got 5-6 year contracts. We have enough time for another go around as me being world champion.
Yeah.
So like just
maybe you don't. I mean, it all depends, right?
I mean, that's true, but I feel like certain guys is like, this is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Cody, once he loses the belt to put somebody else over, he's gonna get another title run.
Yeah. I feel like he loses the title to Cena and he wins it back from Cena. I feel like that's the amazing storyline. That's an amazing way for them to end out this last year, because you can stretch this shit out for the entire year, right? You can have you got Cody and Cena at WrestleMania. Have Cena go over. Now you got Cena and Cody at SummerSlam.
What if Cena not only breaks the record, but he sets the record? Like, it's only April.
Yeah.
Cena is still here till December.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where Cena beats Cody at WrestleMania.
Right.
He may have the run until SummerSlam. Yeah. Whatever. Cody gets it back. What if Cena beats Cody on some fluke shit again to end the year? That way he really can retire as a WWE champion.
I mean,
now I've broken the record by winning my 17th title, and then I set the record because now one of you motherfuckers got to get 18.
Yeah, gotta get 19.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be crazy. I don't know if that. I think losing twice to Cena will hurt Cody way more than they needed to.
I don't think it hurt.
Yeah. No, see the thing. We might not. We might not. It all depends.
I'm not here for no more matches featuring Dwayne, but that's just me personally.
They're known to pivot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real plan for The Rock at 42 right now. So
why the Speaking
he
of,
gonna be absolutely him and Travis are gonna be the reason that Cena win WrestleMania, and then it's gonna somehow bring back Stone Cold or something for SummerSlam.
Cause I'm like, you had my nigga sell his soul, and then it's like you ain't been nowhere. Now, granted, European tour, cool, but these last few TVs of being in the States, we got 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So like 2 weeks. So we should get like 2 more Raw. We should get another Raw, another SmackDown, then the go home shows.
Yeah.
Right, because this week and then next week. And then
because we got because next week could be yep.
Yeah, so we got like two more.
We got 2 more shows apiece.
Yeah, so like, can we get The Rock on TV a little bit? Like, I'll take a via satellite promo or something.
I would have thought The Rock would have been on the European tour because I'm pretty sure he's filming overseas.
Okay.
Which is why Cena was able to be on the on TV because
they're filming overseas.
He's filming there, and it's like
this is a happy little cool
European
happy cities. Little coincidence. We filming over here, European tour,
right?
As far as Cena turning the heel, is it what you expected, or do you like the nice little curveball we got?
I didn't know what to expect from a Cena heel turn, right? Because for me, I've been watching wrestling for damn near 35 years at this point. Watching wrestling since I can remember shapes.
Absolutely.
So for me to remember like a heel Cena, that was the Dr. Thugonomics, and that's kind of what as I know it's unlikely, and that's what I wanted. I wanted him to bring the doctor back, and I'm like, hey man, I still got it a little bit. I don't know if I necessarily needed the rap in.
But just a little badass.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Bulletproof vest type shit.
It's tough to look at him as a heel, right? But he's coming out in the same outfits. Bro, you still like, it's okay for you to wear the jorts because you wore the jorts when you were the doctor. But
I can't see him I can't see him wearing throwbacks no more.
Surprise me with a throwback, bro. Throw one out. Throw the chain gang. Throw on a tank top. Throw on the chain gang with the tank top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. They should have just made him some of them little. Like, remember the little vest 50 Cent used to wear, but it was like a beater, but it looked like bulletproof vest. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But I'll take it, and I feel like these last few weeks. Last week was probably the best. This past Monday was probably the best exchange between them two, but this buildup has been pretty mid.
For sure. I think last week the promo that him and Cody had was like the shot in the arm that this feud needed. Because like when you look at where we're going as far as what the card is for WrestleMania, on paper, all of these matches are like bangers. It's like I can see all these matches being pretty decent.
Yeah.
On paper. But as far as the build and going toward the show, is like it don't feel like WrestleMania. When Cody and Cena had their standoff on Monday, it felt like WrestleMania.
I felt like we was in WrestleMania season. Like, and that's where I struggled with this whole storyline, because when he first came out after the heel turn and he didn't say anything for like 10 minutes and the crowd was just going crazy, I'm like, okay, this is dope. I was getting the chills. I'm like, I'm feeling it. I'm loving the vibes. I'm loving the cinema of it all, right? And then he got the speaking, and it's like, oh, this promo. Like, what the fuck? I'm not being moved by this.
You didn't like his original promo?
No, because then it's like you hear that promo, right? And then you get the first promo from CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins.
We're not there yet.
I know, but I'm just saying, in comparative, right? You get those two promos, and like whenever I see them on TV, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting chills. Like, I want to see more of that shit. When Cena is like, okay, all right, I'm getting your why, but I'm not really moved by this. Like, you not okay.
I can dig it.
All right, what else you got? So that's just kind of how I feel about it. And then Cody's never really been amazing on the mic. Like, like he can hold his own, but he's not a ground shaker. Which is crazy, right? Because people talk about Cody because he got a list, but Dusty had Cody be he cheap. He's definitely called big broke ass energy. I mean, Cody got Negro energy. Cody got Negro energy. Cody got high scale. That's what I mean. He got that Negro energy.
Okay. Now, for the people who may see this, for the people who's going to hear this, I don't want y'all to think that I hate Cody Rhodes.
But he hates Cody Rhodes.
I don't hate Cody Rhodes. I genuinely like Cody Rhodes. I do. I think everything he's doing is decent. When he came back, I knew what was going to happen.
Right.
From the moment that motherfucker came up out this elevator, I was like, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
This is the moment. This is who they have been chosen.
You think we get the elevator at WrestleMania?
We gotta see what the set look like.
They can make the set so that we get the elevator. Because we ain't seen the Cody Vader in like a year.
I mean, that's because it's for special moments.
Yeah.
I like WrestleMania.
And
you probably gonna have a stupid ass mask on too.
Big dumbass mask and
just what the fuck
and a big, stupid ass cape.
Giving me Homelander energy
with the big stupid ass cape and the big ass fluffles on it.
But it's like I don't hate him. It's like,
but you just don't fuck with him.
It's like he don't. It's like it's like I watch wrestling from the standpoint of like I know I'm not gonna like everything that they put on TV.
Yeah.
But I do understand why it's on TV. It moves the need. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean the rest of the world don't like it. It's just what
is what you prefer.
Is what I prefer.
I feel you.
Like I feel like Cody's spot essentially could have been Seth Rollins, but Cody came back.
Yeah.
So it's like you the new hotness right now.
You're a hot shiny toy.
Right. So you say you did all this work on the independent scene and you made this big name for yourself. Okay, let's cool. Let's put you back in this kind of environment to see how big that name really is.
Right.
So I mean, I get it. I'm not his biggest fan, but I don't want to see him fail.
No.
But I do want them to give him a better story so I can be like, okay, I get why y'all like it. Type shit.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that. You don't like the Billy Goat? I know how you feel about Kenny, but you don't like the Billy Goat.
Okay.
So how though? I mean, because technically, like, they're two different styles of wrestlers.
It's not that I don't.
You like AJ Styles?
I do like AJ Styles.
So then that's not a good excuse then. Because AJ Styles got ties to the Indies. It's literally the same thing. No.
Is you know what's crazy about Kenny Omega? Kenny Omega is his fan base made me not like Kenny Omega. That's what it was. That's the real beef with Kenny Omega. His fans and the people that support him made me not like him. Because those are the people, to me, from just what I see on the internet, these are the people that they say we shouldn't have tribalism in wrestling, but they preach tribalism because if you don't fuck with Kenny Omega, you don't like good wrestling.
I mean,
and then it's like, so people say Kenny Omega is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Okay, cool. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. When I watch Kenny Omega matches, they're not bad. It's just
you don't think
what I like from wrestling as a whole. The way they wrestle, I don't like it. I say it when I post, like when I repost clips.
Yeah,
it's not that this shit wasn't amazing because you can hear the crowd reaction, but just I guess I'm programmed because of only watching wrestling a certain way, which is the way WWE gives you your entertainment. So I'm not a fan of 50 fucking false finishes. 2 or 3, that's cool. But now we just out here doing shit. So what you could have accomplished to me in 25 minutes, you have now extended an extra 10 minutes just by doing 10 minutes of fucking fluff because y'all just kicking out of each other's fucking finisher.
It's the whole adrenaline rush.
Like I saw some shit where like Will Ospreay does I think they call this move the hidden blade. Yeah. And it's like that motherfucker back elbow, and he catches that shit. To me, looks devastating.
Yeah,
that should end any fucking match. If we do a spot where like it's like the suplex spot, but now like you in front of me and I hit you with my knee type shit, and then I bounce off the ropes and I hit you with the hidden blade. Why the fuck is that not the end of the match?
Because at that point they're all running off of adrenaline.
Oh, that's crazy to me, dude. That's a 3 count anyway.
The best way that I can, like, for me, the way I really started to enjoy AEW is I look at it as like it's like Dragon Ball. Or it's like anime. You know what I mean? Like it's over the top. The antics are extreme. The characters are extreme. And then the fights are over the top and dragged out. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good way to explain that shit.
You know,
because that's like I've watched like Vegeta, you probably killed folks like 10 minutes ago. Why is he still getting up?
Like, and that's the way. Once I looked at it like that and I had that comparison in my mind, I started to enjoy it way more because it's like these niggas is like anime stars. Like there's no reason a person should be able to do that smoothly. Like why are you able to make that look like it's nothing?
How deep do you get into the AEW rabbit hole as far as everything?
Like what do you mean?
No, I'm like, do you are you a weekly watcher?
No.
Like I watch Raw, SmackDown every week.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back into NXT, and I'll be like, I'm usually off on Tuesdays, which is fucking crazy, and I don't watch the show.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I'm trying to get back into the NXT. They got a lot of people down there that I do fuck with that I like now. But like, do you catch Dynamite like every Wednesday type shit?
No.
Because now that they simul stream, like, because they stream on HBO,
yeah,
I try to catch it now because it be on the stream, and I'm usually downstairs where there's cable.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they've been averaging about 1 million viewers a week with that now.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm not. It's just because I feel like I find myself not having the time on Wednesdays, and on Saturdays to sit down and actually dedicate 2 hours of my day to sit and watch wrestling. But like when they come to the pause, when they come to the,
that was crazy.
When they come to the
I was just gonna let you rock now.
When they come to the city, I always make sure that I'm there. Like I would always, I would be at every live event because I love live events. Like he's
the white guy from DCW.
Yes, because he likes to heckle people.
I love heckling people. It's my favorite part of going to any live event.
Kevin Thorne doesn't like me too much.
Kevin Thorne. Oh man,
I met him. He's a dick though.
I'm a heckle you respectfully, but I'm gonna make myself be known. I'm gonna make myself be heard. To start chants.
What's that crowd like?
That crowd is.
I'm saying like because they like to make fun of AEW, saying it's always a half-empty crowd.
I mean, it wasn't sold out at all. It was definitely some empty. Collision was a lot more sold out than Dynamite was.
I looked at the ticket prices. I was like, I feel like they're charging too much for this show. That's going to be half empty.
I feel like it was a plug because I got floor seats for like $50.
When did you buy your tickets?
No, like 2 weeks before. 3 weeks before.
Next AEW show come, I'm gonna go because I see they come here often. They must like the reception that they get in Milwaukee.
I mean, the crowd is so hot for AEW that they literally started a pay-per-view chant to Tony Khan, and he's like, "We'll think about it." And I'm thinking, like, Tony Khan, you can't sell out the fucking USL arena. The fuck you gonna do with a pay-per-view here? But at the same time,
Pfizer is crazy. I don't want to see that.
But at the same time, if he does bring a pay-per-view here, guaranteed it might sell out though.
I feel like if he does bring here, you should pick like a small when NXT came here, that like small like arena.
Yeah.
I think if he do bring a pay-per-view here, you should try something small.
He try to just stick with the Panther arena. Like, you know what I mean? Like just figure out a way to set it out, but you got to bring big names. You got to make it a big pay-per-view. It can't just be.
Yeah, don't try to give us no AEW Dynasty or some shit. Don't give us the TV pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean Dynasty is a pay-per-view.
It's a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
You know, that's another thing about AEW. That's why I asked you how far down the rabbit hole you get, because I don't understand the concept of the pay-per-view schedule. Like, when is it? When is it not one? What are the pay-per-views? Do you have one for all 12 months? Like, what's going on?
At this point, I think they do have one for every month.
Because I know there was All In. I know about All Out. I know about Double or Nothing. They do Full Gear.
Revolution.
And then there's AEW. So I know 5.
Yep.
I know.
And then now they got Dynasty.
And then, but they was doing like cross promotion, so I don't know if like
the
Forbidden Door is like a them thing.
Yeah, that's still a thing. But like, they struggle at telling stories. You know?
Absolutely. From what I watched, I can't follow any of this.
One of the best storylines they have right now, for me, the best character they have right now is Toni Storm. She is amazing.
Yeah, when I
she is amazing.
Yeah, ripping tits off is crazy.
Dog,
I love it.
I was actually upset. I was actually upset because that's the whole reason why I went to Collision, is because I wanted to see Toni, and we had got there like 20 minutes late, and she opened the show. Yeah, so I mean, I got there we got there right on time for Mercedes Moné, so we got to see her wrestle and her cut a promo, and then Athena showed up, so that was dope. But I really wanted to see Timeless Toni.
I feel like that was a match we probably should have got in WWE when it was available. Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna be a good match nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't even think they're not gonna fight anytime soon. It's probably gonna hold out until the Owen Hart tournament.
You know what's crazy about like just the perception I see from AEW? It's like I don't understand the structure of the formula that they be putting out. Just okay, hear me out. When you sign a big star, or what people perceive to be a big star, you would think that if you don't shoot them straight to the top and they're going for the world title, but they will be in like a major storyline because I'm here, I'm a big deal type shit.
Right.
I feel like them signing Mercedes Moné
yeah,
was a big deal for their women's division.
Yeah.
Like we got a bunch of we got our core and who we believe are going to be our stars.
Yeah.
Then you got your up and comings, and then we got this legit star. Like you on the map, you made your name elsewhere, and you big deal. Like people know you.
Yeah.
And then it was like for them to get her, then it's like why not the AEW women's title and elevating whoever you perceive to be your girl versus the girl that's already coming in with the name.
Because
to help your girl make her name.
Because Toni is still hot. Toni was still the hottest thing in the company when Mercedes debuted.
But that's what I'm saying. But like, why is Mercedes not? I think I even said this when I posted. When I made a post, I'm like, is Mercedes and Toni not the money?
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing with Mercedes and Toni, Mercedes is the international money. So you don't want her to have your main title because she's going to be traveling somewhere. She's going to be traveling so much. That's why she's the TBS champion. She got like 4 belts. Like, you know what I mean?
Does she work here or does she not work here? Like,
yes.
Okay. I'm just. I mean, but that makes sense if like you just traveling. If you like a traveling champion.
Yeah, like she got like. There'll be times where she's defending all the belts in 1 week. She be moving like she put her.
That's crazy for you to do shit like that. But oh my god, I hate the WWE skit. That niggas be crazy to me.
I think it's not. It's not.
That should be nuts.
Yeah, and I think the difference, right? She wouldn't have complained about that schedule if she would have felt like she was getting paid what she deserved. And now she's getting paid what she feels like she deserves, so she'll do whatever Tony Khan asks her to do.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like he's giving her these opportunities that she wasn't awarded over in the Federals.
Hey, look,
but it's a different.
It was a different warden back then.
It's a different boss in charge now.
Yeah, folks wasn't letting none of that shit go.
None of that shit.
I ain't gonna say you wouldn't. I feel like you had to have a certain kind of cachet to get some shit off.
Complexion.
I ain't even gonna say a certain kind of complexion. You just had to have some cachet to get certain shit off. I mean, come on, The Rock is whether we don't think he black and
I
Samoan.
mean, he black.
That's what I'm saying. So
But
like,
The Rock kind of forced himself into the main picture, though. You know what I mean? By getting over with the fans, taking that time that he was given. He was given a minute on the mic, and he made that the best minute of the show. Giving 2 minutes on the mic and making that the best 2 minutes of the show. You know what I mean? So he
absolutely
kind of forced his hand to make money. So
right, but I'm making you money. So now that I'm making you money, I got a little leeway with how I do shit. I'm in demand just as much as you niggas want to keep me here.
Right.
People see me on Raw every week. They want to see me in Hollywood too.
They want to see me in Hollywood now.
So now that you know that Hollywood knocking, and then the few times that you let me out, I can really do this.
Right.
I really don't need to be here. So because I know I don't need to be here, certain shit I ask for or I say is gonna go my way.
Yeah.
Because you kind of need me more than I need you at this point, because I made myself such a hot commodity.
Yeah, and that is, I mean, and even that still, right, is the same reason why he left to go to Hollywood, because he was still playing second fiddle to Stone Cold.
I feel like he was always gonna be second fiddle though.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be that way in the fans' eyes, but like just booking wise,
he's definitely second fiddle in the fans' eyes.
That's true. I mean,
I fuck with him. I love Rock.
He did a lot for a nigga who really only had a 7-year active wrestling career.
Yeah, he did a lot in that short time.
So I don't hate Dwayne, but back to my Doug being my AEW correspondent.
Yeah.
The Jon Moxley spot.
With the nails and
your thoughts on that? You might have said it, and I might have caught a clip on the internet.
Yeah, no, I definitely talked about it on the Geek Set podcast, on the podcast that put the hip hop culture and geek culture together.
You don't got to do that here, bro.
Every other Sunday.
That's crazy. I did. Yeah, shout out.
But it's his type of wrestling, right? Hardcore wrestling has always been around. There's always been those type of spots. There's always been wrestlers to take those spots, to take those bumps, and to give those spots. And I feel like he's leaning really heavily into that Terry Funk, Cactus Jack influence that he so wholeheartedly always speaks about.
It was so cringy.
It was but a lot of his spots are. Like when you really sit down and watch a Moxley match, if he's not bleeding, it's a bad match. Maybe no. But is blood in any movie necessary? Probably not. But we get it though.
All right, I'm gonna keep it a whole 100% on Jon Moxley. This is just my opinion. It's a lot of people in the world love Jon Moxley. If you like Jon Moxley, that is cool.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea.
Okay.
The shit Jon Moxley does in AEW, I mean, like, I get why you may have left WWE.
Yeah, because they wouldn't let him.
They was not going to let you do any of this bullshit that you portrayed out here as wrestling. But I'm not here to judge it. I just like my wrestling.
Yeah, you like your version of wrestling.
Yeah, I like my version of wrestling.
And that's cool. Like, there's a lot of versions of wrestling out there that people might not always get with. Like,
absolutely.
I'm a fan of. I like indie wrestling. Like, and
I will also
sit down. I sit down and I watch WWE. I love that shit. I sit down and I watch AEW. I love that shit. If I can find time to sit down and actually watch Japan, I'd sit down and watch that shit too.
I want to watch more Impact, but I feel like for what I don't sit in,
I've been hearing, like, I was at Anime Milwaukee with the pod, and can't remember his name now. I feel bad slipping me, but he came up to me and was talking to me about TNA and was like really breaking it down to me, and it kind of made me want to watch it. I'm like, I should probably dabble a little bit. It's just that's a lot of wrestling.
No, wrestling is on fire. It's Monday through Friday. Wrestling is on
Monday through Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Collision does come on Saturday.
And then on a pay-per-view week, Monday through Sunday. Right, like literally, there's wrestling
TNA
on.
has a pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah.
Damn.
every week.
If you like, shout out to those people that really sit down and consume every bit of wrestling. That is like 20 hours of wrestling a week.
I love wrestling, but I can't do it.
You got 2.5 hours on Monday, which is crazy, right? Because I didn't think they would actually have time limits on Raw with it being streaming, but they would like they would cut segments short because something else ran over.
Really? They strict on this 2.5?
Yeah.
Like when I first started noticing that, I'm like, oh, okay, they didn't shorten Raw. Raw's 2.5 hours, won't do the full 3. But I feel like it's 2.5, but you leave room in case you go over or you want to.
They cut that shit at 2.5.
Yeah, that's crazy. Definitely 2.5 hours.
That's crazy because it's like also you mean the actual Raw show was just 2.5 hours and we got a half an hour of of TV ads every week. So that was
pretty much.
It was a half an hour of TV ads every week, which is crazy because like damn, wasn't really that many ads, and it's like yeah. Yeah.
I love that. I could just watch Raw.
Yeah. I can catch it whenever I can. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, that shit was dope to be able to get home and just turn that on real fast and be able to start it from the beginning. Like
Raw coming on at 2 in the afternoon was fucking crazy.
It was perfect. I wish they would have did it with SmackDown too. Maybe next year.
Your thoughts on Bobby Lashley being in AEW? Do you feel like they need to keep trying to revive the Hurt Business?
I like the Hurt Syndicate. I like what they're doing over there. I don't think the Hurt Business should have broke up in WWE.
Well, Vince McMahon said it was over.
I get that, but Vince McMahon also said a lot of shit.
He does.
And a lot of that shit didn't work out for him.
I feel like the Hurt Business was a victim of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely certain shit that we really needed a crowd for. So you could gauge the actual interest in what you're doing. Because during the pandemic, like it's Thunderdome. Like I don't know, like
the pandemic reaction was make or break for a lot of wrestlers. I was just talking about this. I was a couple clips on my social media about it when we talking about Roman Reigns and how he elevated his shit talking during the pandemic. Yeah, because he had to. Like you had no choice. You got you, the cameraman, the other wrestler, and the referee,
and the
commentators.
These screens are just screens.
There's just no screen. There's no other sound in this room but whatever y'all are making in this ring because you can't hear the commentators. Like, well, you might at that point.
Right, at that point, there's nobody else.
Yeah, so you might be able to hear the commentators, but really, like,
you're in the chair.
Like, you have to build the story. You have to push the shit along because all that crowd reaction and all that shit, like, it's not playing into it no more. So how do you keep people engaged when there's no crowd reaction in the background?
So I feel like the Hurt Business is one of those things where it's like we needed the crowd people so you could gauge the interest of like, okay,
how good
they like Bobby Lashley in this position. They like this shit we built around.
Yeah, because I think they were supposed to be heels during the pandemic, but when you go online, everybody fucked with them.
I like the Hurt Business.
Like everybody fucked with the Hurt Business, and
it was like the Black Four Horsemen.
And once the crowd finally got back and they started getting cheered, that's when he disbanded that shit.
I was like,
he's like, oh no, this is not good shit.
Nah, that shit was great shit.
It was definitely great shit.
Put Omos in that motherfucker. That's a nasty combo.
That's horrible.
That is shit.
If you watch Taz and Bianca, Love in WWE,
yeah.
Always hanging out anyway.
It's nasty though.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Omos and the Street Profits on no TV screen.
I like the new Street Profits. I like the new edgy Street Profits.
I fucks with the edgy Street Profits.
Yeah.
John Moxley still the AEW World Heavyweight Champion?
Yeah. I think he might drop that belt to Swerve. Swerve gonna be a 2-time champ tomorrow.
What is your thoughts of Swerve versus Booker T?
I
never thought I would watch a Vlad interview for a fucking wrestler.
That's crazy. That's crazy, right? But I understand Swerve's point.
What is his point? Like, inform me. I just saw Booker T respond. I'm like, what the fuck is Swerve even say to you, folks?
You know, Swerve basically said that when Vince was in charge and the other person was in charge, he wasn't awarded the same opportunities, even though he was working as hard as everybody else, right? Okay. And he basically said it was probably because of his skin tone. Like, you know, I'm a black wrestler that he not really looking at me like that. You know, I'm kind of getting lost in the fold, put with other, you know, other black wrestlers into a faction, and all of them got released out of nowhere when they were I swerve on the corner. What up, deuces? But you got Swerve thinking, you know, this shit's not gonna work out for me. And then Booker T's like, yo, well, look at me. I'm a world champion. I'm black. I was doing this. I was doing that. Swerve was also like, yo, but you also let that nigga say nigga in front of you.
This is where I hate people just in front of a microphone. So you upset? Like what? Like did you say? Like how did he say it though?
I mean,
like did you?
How did Vince say it?
No, I saw that.
I was like, what you mean? Like what are we talking about?
Okay, what I'm saying is like, you have a job.
Yeah.
I have a job.
Right.
We all have a boss.
Yeah.
To a certain degree in this room.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that my boss may get a little loose with the lingo.
Loosey.
He ain't never said nothing too crazy.
I don't know. What's up, my nigga? It's kind of wild.
That is, but like at the same time, what do you want? At the end of the day, Booker T liked where he worked. He wanted to keep his job.
Absolutely.
Are we mad at a nigga who was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna rock the boat.
But you can't sit and say, well, you know, I'm black and I didn't see it that way, because just because that didn't happen to you doesn't mean that's not true for somebody else.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, two things could be true at the same time.
Right. Just the whole like, hey, you let him do this. Like, what did you want me? Did you want me to break character and whoop 60-year-old Vince McMahon's ass right here?
But
what did you want Booker T to do?
There's a lot of shit behind that though, right? Like
he got
buried to Triple H. Like, bro, like
no, he said he had been buried out. He lost Triple H. By the time Vince McMahon said, nigga, John Cena's WWE champion.
Yeah. No, but still, I mean,
Booker T not world champion when he said nigga? Because I'm almost sure Booker T was.
He was, yeah. I think
was Booker T going into the King Booker gimmick at this time?
He was going into the King.
So Booker T was rolling on SmackDown at the time Vince McMahon said nigga.
He was King Booker.
And if he wasn't King Booker, yeah, he was on his way to being.
Yeah. Because you know Vince is the king of punishing people on camera.
Everybody has been at work and heard their coworker say some wild shit. And what you gonna do? Like, I could step to you.
I know, I correct them.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but even me correcting you in a small way could end up monumental. Now you in front of the big balls talking about and we could have had the most polite conversation in the world. Hey, excuse me, bro. This what you're saying? Inappropriate. Can you not do that? And now by the time I get in front of the actual boss, because so DeJuan, you just out here cussing people out, you to tell because you're in here lying.
No, because I'm having that same conversation with the boss.
But it's just
because if you gonna allow that, then that's what you're gonna allow. But this is how I feel about it.
Swerve crazy, man. He wanted Booker T to deck Vince McMahon. That's what he really wanted.
I feel like you can't always project your experiences on somebody else because it's not the same.
That's true.
You just because you're not
okay with a white man,
I feel like
saying nigga, Booker T might be.
I feel like that's what Booker T was doing to Swerve.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I feel like Booker was like, "Hey, I had a good time there,
but
things were good for me." But
from Booker T's standpoint, like I can understand him wanting not. Don't always say because you didn't get an opportunity, it was because you black.
Yeah.
maybe there was somebody in front of you who might have just been better, and it's not the fault of life that he happened to be white.
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying from that standpoint.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not because of the skin, your color of your skin. Sometimes it is.
That's true. I just want him to not think that everything
Yeah.
is based on the color of your skin.
No, absolutely.
What? He's also beefing with Top Dollar. Nobody hotter.
Hey, Top Dollar was crazy. Like, and he think he a lot better than he is, but but when you think about it though, like when Swerve got released and he went over to AEW, he got over immediately. Like
the people like Swerve.
Yeah, like
we like Swerve when he was in WWE.
Absolutely, which is crazy. So you release a man as is getting over with the fans. He's making you money. You got money right here in your pocket, and you say, "You know what? I don't need this $45. I'm gonna just drop this shit off into the garbage."
When he got released, it was such a like, yo, what the fuck? Because it was like
they definitely because they were in a storyline. They were in a
they still BFAB still working.
Just debuted. Yeah, she got hired back, and now she's in a tag team
with Michin.
She's in a tag team title picture. Absolutely.
But like when he got released, it was because I was just looking at the time. I was like, so.
And then they brought back Top Dollar.
He becomes the North American champion. He's down here with the NXT. They do the whole reboot. Now it's NXT 2.0. We put this stable together. There's now Hit Row. AJ Francis, Mr. Top Dollar, said this was all his idea. Swerve was the equity. If that's the case, I understand it because a lot of people knew who Swerve was versus know who the fuck you three motherfuckers are.
Right.
So I understand the pairing of somebody like, hey, we know this guy because, he valid. Nobody knows you. You give him the hip hop swag or whatever. However the exchange happened.
Football player.
It happened. So now 2.0, we're making a pivot because Hit Row gets drafted to SmackDown. I remember watching this episode of NXT because Carmelo Hayes cashed in his breakout contract on Swerve.
Yeah.
And took the strap. Then they go to SmackDown. They start seeing promos. I'm like, okay, Hit Row. We got. Then you look on the internet, all you niggas are unemployed. I'm like, oh, damn, that's fucked up. Then when they all came back, I was like,
missing somebody.
Damn, I gotta get Swerve. But then he popped up at AEW. And then he, like you said, he got over there. And
it's just been
he won the world title.
Yeah.
And that was crazy because like as he was getting hot, I was like, they gonna put the belt on this guy. And that's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
I hope
he got that aura.
I feel like this Death Rider storyline though.
Yeah.
No. Getting dropped on the center block is crazy.
Burning a nigga house down is wild.
That too.
That is a wild.
I mean, sometimes you got to burn a nigga house down and then sit in front of him and smoke a cigarette. I don't know.
Smoke a cigarette and drink a glass of whiskey.
Yeah, because it's Hangman.
You gotta let it marinate.
But this Death Rider storyline, I feel like I understood it, then I didn't understand it.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I feel like if Dean Ambrose wants to kill AEW, right?
Dean Ambrose.
Oh damn, that's my bad. John Moxley, if he wants to shit and kill AEW, right? Why wouldn't Kenny Omega come save the company? I mean, I'm not mad that him and Swerve had his match and Swerve might get the belt back. But just from a storyline purpose, if your whole goal is to kill AEW and everything that it represents, right?
That's still the goal.
So you start picking people off, I would assume, right? I mean, you took the belt from Daniel Bryan and you smothered them. I ain't seen folks since. I haven't seen folks on TV since that plastic bag situation.
Because he's soft retired.
I'm just saying. But it looked good for the storyline purposes. Like, yo, we got Daniel Bryan the fuck out of here. It's like Kenny Omega was one of the founding fathers of this company when it first started. It was you, the Bucks, and Cody. That was the four I remember.
Yeah.
And why are you not coming back to save the company? Kenny Omega is like soft tag teaming with Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a real thing. I've seen them do a few matches together. I mean, cool. I don't know what's going on. They broke up the Acclaim. Like,
Yeah.
who's booking this shit? You think dude gonna survive as a solo guy? I mean, I don't know
who Max Caster or
Either
Anthony
one.
Bowens.
Either one.
I think Anthony has a better chance than Max does. Anthony Bowens is a Fenty model.
That's nasty work.
Yeah, he a Fenty model in his underwear.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta put your drawers on.
You know, I mean, hey, shit, that's how Marky Mark got his check.
Marky Mark and a funky bunch. Yeah, he made it out the hood 3 times, 3 ways. Ain't that how Master P did it?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Naomi and Jade?
I like it. It makes sense to me.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When they first
she didn't get her ass whooped this last time on Friday.
No, she got away.
She got away.
And,
yeah, she did.
Yeah, then she had a match. And
then she got a match. She beat B-Fab.
Then she got away.
And then
Jay
she
came
got
back out.
Yeah, and then her and Jay, squabbled a little bit. No, you still got to build. That's why she got to keep getting beat down.
Right. Naomi? Probably not.
Probably not. Probably gonna give.
Well,
probably get Jade her. Unless I mean, if she lose, she might. If she wins, she's not gonna win clean.
You want to? Here,
I definitely want her to get her WrestleMania moment.
But you think it's short sight. You just like you thinking in the moment. Whether Naomi wins or loses, it's a win all the way around the board.
Yeah,
like she's got a revamped character.
Yeah,
it's brand new. Like I feel like, and then with Tiffy being a babyface, Naomi put her in the title picture.
Yeah.
Right. But okay, but let's look at it from a business standpoint. Jade is the money. We signed you to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Naomi's job is to make Jade a superstar, which is why, in my opinion, the pairing is so perfect. Naomi is, if not the best, one of the best women athletes on the roster.
Absolutely.
Jade, whole gimmick is to be what? Powerhouse.
Yep.
She gonna throw Naomi around the ring, and Naomi gonna bump and make it look good. Mm-hmm. But Naomi also gonna get her shit in, and now it's gonna prove that while Jade was away, she got better. She learned a little something.
Yeah. Yeah. Jade's probably had like 65, 70 matches now in her total career.
I feel like for what her moveset is and then who she wrestles, it's not bad.
No,
like she usually in there with somebody smaller, like when she do single matches. So like Liv gonna take the bumps and be thrown around.
Oh, absolutely.
In a second. Because I do want to say some stuff about it.
But I think Jay's moveset is only for smaller workers.
Yeah, because the shit I couldn't see. Like I could see her lifting Nia up, but like just the shit she do on the daily match set.
Yeah, because like I always compared to her and Bianca when Jay was in AEW, but Bianca's like skill set, like she can wrestle whoever,
absolutely,
and use the same moves, right? But I don't think that Jade is there yet. I don't know if she's going to get there. Whereas no matter who you pair her with in the ring, she's going to be able to look good. Because like there's some times where you can still see that damn, like maybe you need a little bit more time in the yeah. Yeah.
I told niggas when they first signed her, everybody was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see Jay versus Bianca. I'm like, y'all gonna get it. But if y'all seen Jay from AEW, I'm pretty sure you don't want it right now.
No, you gotta wait because especially she gotta learn a whole new style of wrestling.
right? Because this ain't. It's like WWE ain't even just like.
You gotta learn how to sports entertain,
right? Because it's not just wrestling. Like my man, who we finna talk about in a second. Like watch his matches.
You gotta,
as much as it is wrestling, it's entertainment. Like for the hard cam to just pick up the shit talking he does,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
But main event of night one, the match that I thought I didn't want to see.
That's the one match that I wanted to see. The guy with the main event name.
I feel like you niggas put too much stock in the word main event.
Hey, also, if he opens the match, if he opens one of the pay-per-views, I'm good. That's just as good as getting a main event. Being the first match on WrestleMania. But do
you want it
there's
to
a
start
precedent.
saying so the main event is the last match is what you're saying?
That's what it's called. I mean, that's what technically the main event is. But there is a precedent set that the Royal Rumble winner does not have to be the main eventer.
Tone, that's just wrestling jargon.
Yeah,
bro. Stop being so literal.
Yeah, like if there's a story,
because now that's just you and your thinking.
Unfortunately,
they're stupid.
Yeah, fuck the IWC. Fuck the IWC.
Same nigga.
They need to go outside and feel. They got to go figure out what grass tastes like.
Wait, so this will be what? No, he definitely told. They need to go touch some grass. IWC is crazy. Crazy work. The shit they say on a weekly basis when watching wrestling, it's just like what y'all on.
Like, what are we talking about? Bro, I'm so annoyed. I am so annoyed with that shit. Like, bro, like it's so easy to say that somebody cooked somebody when that other person does not have a chance to speak on the mic. And like, shame on Charlotte for not being able to just say fuck the crowd, like, and just fucking talk. Because eventually they're gonna stop booing. Like, you get as long as you get the talking shit, you get in a flow. But Dom has just started to. He accepts it now. Like, it's part of his gimmick. Like he lets that. He just get booed. Like, and even he's such a wholesome person in real life.
Right, all folks want to do is eat chicken tenders and go home to his wife. Like, why y'all fucking with bro?
Why y'all booing this man at every aspect of his life?
You know what, bro? He disrespected his daddy, fam, and they just not finna forgive him for that. No matter how many times people point out and prove that Rey Mysterio's a shitty dad, nobody gonna let that go.
Nobody.
And then he kicked Edge in the nuts too, bro. It was like you.
That's crazy. But I just that whole promo between Tiffany and Charlotte, like, it only got good at the end. Cause that shit, like, Tiffany was struggling throughout that entire promo. You can hear it in her voice. She wasn't ready for that spotlight. Yeah, but when Charlotte wasn't able to fucking get through the crowd boos, Tiffany was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna just say what's on my heart. You never with me. You got divorced 3 times. You ain't got no man, bitch.
Soon as the bell rings, Charlotte probably gonna slap dog shit out.
Oh, she finna.
Soon as the bell rings,
she finna give out some receipts like a motherfucker.
Slap dog shit right out this bitch.
It's gonna be her and Nia all over. Hey, bro, it was like, fuck me? What did I do?
Like, so you think I'm in her DMs? I think Logan Paul trying to fuck you. There's a lot of nasty work going on in the WWE. That's nasty.
Crazy.
Crazy. But let's put a Nepo baby stable together. I don't know. Come back to that.
Oh, you got Randy Orton, Charlotte Flair, Cody, The Rock.
That's a nasty 4 right there.
Yeah,
I seen somebody say that.
So technically, it's the bloodline.
Nepo baby stable. That's crazy. But Jay Uso is I'm glad that this story now got like a punch in the arm.
So I'm in. I see what you did there. I'm in a minority that has enjoyed this from the moment he won the Royal Rumble. Like, really? I wish I would have recorded myself watching the Royal Rumble because I'm sitting there. I was tripping, like especially when it got to the Final Four. I think it was Logan. No, it was Roman, CM Punk, Cody, and John Cena, and Seth Rollins
Royal Rumble?
In the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, because so like the last few eliminations is so AJ threw out LA Knight, and then Logan Paul eliminates AJ Styles. Seth and Roman
get eliminated
by Punk. Then Logan throws out Punk. And then it was either Cena or Jay. They throw out Logan.
Cena throws out Logan,
right?
And then Cena and Jay go back and forth. Jay,
I didn't think Jay was gonna win.
I didn't either.
It was a happy surprise though.
But when I didn't think he was gonna win until it was the final six. Even though he was my pick, like I was confident in my pick. I didn't actually think he was gonna win. I didn't think he was gonna win until we got to the final six, and I'm like, okay, now it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
And he telling me there's a chance, and then he got to the final four. I was like, oh yeah, he's winning. Like I'm sitting in the living room tripping, like what's going on? What's happening right now? Like is this really happening? Absolutely. So I've been hooked from the moment he won the Royal Rumble because I knew that storyline needed to be finished with him and Gunther. Like that shit's been going on for a decent amount of time. Like but he need to get his one-uppance.
Again, back to when we was talking about Cody and John earlier, it didn't feel like WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it was like
I get
Gunther,
that.
Like just it was
another match.
Yeah, it just felt like another match. Like, look, bro, I'm one of the best wrestlers on this roster. You still trying to be where I'm at, and I'm gonna keep slapping. I'm gonna keep whooping your ass until you get tired of around. And then it was like
it was just business. It didn't get personal.
Yeah, and I was telling someone because somebody asked me, "He's like, man, how you feel about Jack?" I'm like, this story needs something. I was like, maybe it should whoop his daddy ass. And I said it only as a joke because like I'm sick of Rikishi on the internet. So I was like, maybe Gunther should go to the school where you train at. Just be like, I got your daddy, Jay, and just choke him out.
Slap him silly a couple times.
Then when Jimmy got involved. And it was like Jimmy's trying to motivate Jay. And then, it was that moment right there. Like when he slapped Gunther, I was like, whatever they do in this match, he gonna beat Jimmy ass.
Yeah. I knew Jimmy wasn't winning that match. But that promo that Jimmy cut, like to Jay, that shit gave me like goosebumps.
Felt like WrestleMania.
I was like, this is what we needed. Like this is the motivation that Jay needed to change his shit around. That's his big brother. You know what I mean?
The whole him getting in line for us to even have a bloodline
was because of
he got to save the family.
Yep, that's his big brother.
He wouldn't be main event Jay Uso if Jimmy would have actually not been hurt.
If he wasn't the right hand man.
Right. He was right hand man because during the pandemic, Jimmy got hurt.
Jimmy got arrested. Jimmy was suspended.
Yeah, Jimmy was fucking up.
Jimmy was getting drunk and driving. Like,
then he switched sides with his wife.
I'm about to say, shout out to Naomi. I love her. like, first of all, why did you let him drink and you know that he gonna try to drive?
Yeah,
she's like, you can. I know you can drive.
It's a pandemic.
Drunk, baby. No, I'm good. Okay.
Y'all ain't supposed to be outside. Like, how did they get the camera footage? Like, what y'all doing?
Man, that was insane. That is big love.
You know what? Because at the end of the day, he probably really did was the one. And she was like, dog, you already got 2 strikes and you're going to lose your job. I ain't got nothing to do. I'll take this one for you to keep your job.
Right. That is love.
That nigga wasn't getting fired. The Rock is his cousin. He ain't getting fired.
Hell no. And the Usos is one of the hottest tag teams in the world.
He's not getting.
They want.
Bro, if you
him.
fire a Samoan, I want Randy's job right the fuck now.
Right.
Nigga, Randy should have been fired
for multiple things.
Randy should have been fired in like 2009. Bald-headed Randy, we should have never got Freddie Randy because he should have been fired.
Yeah.
Gee, he was out here tweaking on me.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for Jay versus Gunther. I think that's gonna open night one.
I would have preferred had to use handcuffs because he used a zip tie. Now the whole time I'm thinking like, ain't nobody got no scissors. Y'all can't just cut my man's loose.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely stuck until somebody come with the scissors.
I was just like, bro, ain't nobody
not thinking about that.
Front row got no scissors for my man.
They're not thinking about that. Fucking Jimmy out here dying in front of everybody. It was to the point where the cameraman couldn't even show Jimmy no more. They had to just show Michael Cole looking distraught.
He was dogging shit.
Nigga was covered in blood.
What was crazy? As long as these niggas have been on TV and been an active tag team, I feel like that's the first time I've ever seen an Uso bleed. I could be wrong because like even that Hell in a Cell they did with New Day, there was no blood.
No, but that was a different time though. It was a different regime.
Like,
hey, shout out to the bitch ass fan that took the picture of Jimmy blading and then wanted to post it to everybody.
Bro,
like, why don't y'all let certain shit be certain? Like, don't. Like, bro, like if like you not how do you tell somebody you're not a wrestling fan without telling somebody you're not a wrestling fan? By doing shit like that. Like everybody know that shit happens, but
right, like bro,
like,
why do niggas
like I know Superman can't really fly in the movies, but don't show me the picture of him just laying down in front of a green screen.
Sometimes they do. I be mad when I be watching like the little videos and they be giving me like the insight on the movie coming out. And then they show all this bullshit. I'm like, hey, I know he can't fly, but why y'all showing the green screen?
Like, I want to see this shit. Like, bro, like.
All the niggas standing on green rocks and shit.
Yeah, and then you got Josh Brolin sitting there with this big ass Thanos head. I'm like, I know he's not 50 feet tall, my guy. Like, why y'all fucking with us?
You gotta ruin that for everybody. Like, bro. Oh, look what I got. Click. Because everything is for the clicks. Everybody wants views. Yeah,
it's still real to me.
I don't I don't mind being spoiled for like TV shows and movies, but don't spoil my wrestling. Because I need to be in the moment. Even though I can 9 times out of 10 I can damn near book the match. Yeah, like don't ruin that shit for me because I wrestling. The reason for me and I enjoy wrestling so much is because it brings out the little black boy joy in me. Yeah, man, and I love that feeling. I love being able to tap into that and just feel like I'm a little kid again and being able to believe all that shit. Like, don't ruin that for me.
So, my little sister asked me. She was like, "What we eating on Easter?" I was like, "Easter." I was like, "When is Easter?"
WrestleMania Sunday.
She was like, "It's on the 20th." I was like. First thing I thought of immediately, I was like, 420? I was like, oh, WrestleMania? She's like, no, it's Easter. I was like,
no,
I don't give a fuck about no Easter, nigga. We smoking and watching wrestling.
Man, like, what the fuck? Man.
This is the trifecta.
It's definitely the holy trifecta. That's crazy.
My boss asked me what I needed off for. Before I could tell him something, one of my coworkers like, he watching wrestling. I was like, you goddamn right. It's WrestleMania season, nigga.
WrestleMania season. I'm like,
I love it.
Man.
The main event of night one, though.
Yeah.
The triple threat match.
Yeah.
I heard it was coming, pause, but I was like, I don't know if I want to see that.
Hey, yo.
Is there a stipulation to this match? I don't. Seth Rollins don't want that nigga.
I'm gonna say it's not necessarily fighting for the. It's just that Paul Heyman is gonna be back in CM Punk reluctantly, And I think that's going.
That's the catch. The Paul Heyman implementation is what makes it great. He will never do nothing wrong to his tribal troops.
Yeah.
But CM Punk is Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, but
and then Steph just feels like it's the last time he can fucking fuck with Roman.
It's the
one thing that he can do that will be even better to fuck with Roman doesn't even have anything to do with Paul Heyman. But I'm gonna get to that point later. But we've seen this happen with Paul Heyman having to back somebody else. We've seen this happen already with Brock Lesnar. And he became Brock Lesnar's advocate. And then he switched on Brock and became the wise man again. So just because he walks out with CM Punk,
I thought about that.
The Seth factor comes in as becoming another corporate champion for The Rock. Because what bigger way to stab your arch enemy in the back except teaming up with his cousin to take on Cody Rhodes?
But you know what's crazy though? If you think about it, Cody called this.
Yeah.
In the first match.
Yeah.
Before he had
2 years ago.
He said everybody was eventually going to leave you.
Yep.
When you really look at it's just Roman and Paul.
Yeah. Well, technically they all didn't leave him though, because they all came back from War Games.
Yeah, because the little YEs need to get checked.
But coming back to help you one time.
Hey, because after that though, it's been just Roman trying to redeem himself to get his championship back,
and that's cool. But I think
that's all on his mind is trying to get that championship
back. What Cody was proclaiming is that that road is going to be long. Like, yeah, you are now at the bottom, and you're going to be at the bottom by yourself.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Which is crazy, right? Because
long-term storytelling.
That'd be the perfect way for him to be a baby face, but we already decided that he a baby face. Like he ain't changed shit about himself. And he came back, and we decided like, nigga, we fuck with you again.
We knew Roman was a baby face before he even left, bro. Like just his whole swag got over.
Hey, and I'm not even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna even hold you because I was acknowledging him before the whole solo fallout.
The SmackDown after WrestleMania when he beat Brock.
Yeah.
I spent money on tickets, and just because I knew he was going to be there.
Yeah.
Last segment on the show, nigga wasn't they mentioned this nigga all night, but last segment on the show, and the segment wasn't even that good. All he said was, "We coming for the tag titles," and then they beat up Nakamura.
Yep, and that was it.
And we went home.
That was it.
I got to put my wands up.
It was like 10 minutes. I don't even think it was a whole 10 minutes. I think 5 of that minutes was him walking out.
Man, the intro was I got to put my wands in the sky.
Man.
It's just like the people fuck with Roman.
People fuck with Roman. And all it took was him to take on this persona, right? Because we didn't fuck with I fucked with the big dog. The big dog was my dog. But unanimously people did not fuck with the big dog. Not until we found out he had leukemia.
Roman Reigns was Roman was my Johnson.
I'm in remission, y'all.
Like even when people didn't fuck with John, I was like, nah, I get where they're going, and I like it.
Yeah,
I fuck with John. All the rainbow Fruity Pebble shirts, they can't.
Like, I was a big fuck John Cena.
I fuck with John, and then it was like
for a minute
when they started pushing Roman, I was like, I get it. Roman used to have some real cringy moments, like especially on the mic.
That wasn't his fault though. That shit was way too scripted. And
whoever was writing this shit, I'm like, oh, Vince McMahon, you are terrible.
And now he's able to be himself.
Sucker and succotash, bro.
Wow. And he had like the wink at the camera, like, bro, you broke the fourth wall for that.
Cause he knew it was some bullshit. He was like, hey, you really want me to say something for a second time? Vince McMahon was like, yeah, that's good shit.
I'm gonna fit that in. I got you.
Then he went. I'm like, bro, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. But no, I'm excited for that triple threat.
CM Punk finally gets his first.
His promos his promo run since the Elimination Chamber has been like top notch, especially once he gets to bouncing and rocking. Like he finna cut some fire. Like he been that first one on the when he got to talk about The Rock and Roman and CM Punk on when he was on the fucking the announcers table.
When he called John and Rock some ball frauds,
bro,
I lost my shit. I was like, yeah, why is that funny?
Dog.
Ball frauds is hilarious, dog.
Yeah. Bro, when Hulk Hogan caught that random ass stray.
Dog, when he throw Hulk Hogan out of the ring. What did I do, brother?
Like, what?
I throw Hulk Hogan dusty ass.
I was like, yeah.
Over the top, bro.
I was like, at this point, I was like, CM Punk could do no wrong for me anyway. He should have won off that. I was like, at this point, like CM Punk is gonna ever have a special place in my heart because that
dog random stray,
like fuck you, nigga. Like we know.
I threw Hulk Hogan
dusty ass. Called him Dusty
over the top. Why was that a thing?
Like dog, cause man, and they keep canceling his appearances, thinking that we care.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah. They gave this nigga a whole suite. They gave him a suite for WrestleMania and sold tickets to it, and people are not buying them tickets because they like $6,000, and they had to cancel that shit.
$6,000? We can pull $6,000 together.
I am not.
We gotta run it. We gotta run his fade when we get there.
I am not pulling out $6,000 to see no damn Hulk Hogan, even if I get the opportunity to be his ass.
You wouldn't whoop Hulk Hogan for 6 G's?
Not if I gotta pay for that shit. No.
6 G's.
That's not worth the aftermath. Bro, in Vegas too. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you big tripper. Like if we paid $6,000 to catch Hulk Hogan randomly out on the street, absolutely, I might do that.
but not in the box. Not
just to pull up on him, like catch him outside of slanging his all-American beer, that trash ass beer. Absolutely, because we only drink Skull here right over here.
Hey, we sell that shit at my job too. That shit's crazy.
The real American beer.
My guy was like, "Hey man, we should buy." I'm like, "I don't even drink beer." In that category.
Like bro, don't support that bullshit.
It's the little things that make wrestling like so intricate.
Yeah,
like as CM Punk is like laying this shit on Roman Pauls about like how yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was super crazy. But like as he's getting into this spiel about how he finna take your homie, Seth Rollins in the background cracking the fuck up.
Laughing.
And it was one of them laughs like, hey, I think I tried to tell you that this nigga was no good to be here.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to me.
That was the biggest I told you so.
He was laughing like when niggas talk all big shit about having a down ass dick. And some niggas come in and group and take your shit in your face.
Yeah.
That nigga laughed so hard. I was like, and then like Paul didn't save you from this GTS you caught or nothing.
Bro, the sell job on that GTS was amazing.
Yeah, Roman be looking like he be really going to sleep on some shit.
Hey, Roman will make your moves look good.
Like his body was like he just crumbled. He was laying there.
Dog.
Get your ass up. Bro.
He had the Yamka. He was the Yamka dead pose. They said
who do you think wins this? Who do you think takes this?
Who do I think comes out on top? Pause. I think Roman might take that.
You think so?
I don't think Roman loses. If Roman doesn't lose, if Roman doesn't win, then I think Seth Rollins takes the pin to CM Punk.
He the whole reason that we doing this. I could have did some nigga shit. I mean, I enjoy wrestling, but I'd have fit the wrestling around the nigga shit. He was like, "No, we need to do a wrestling pod." And guess who though? Right. I told him last week. I'm like, you can have this Saturday. And I'm so glad that I hit Doug. Was like, hey, bro, you want to come talk some wrestling,
bro? Because you last minute as a bitch.
I just had a feeling that it was.
I ain't even get a warm up.
Some shit do be last. Some shit do be last minute because I feel like me and Tom don't never know we really gonna come to be in this bitch. Especially with Mimi being pregnant, we don't really have a reason. I know I don't. Tom still record other shows.
Yeah,
and that's it. It is, but sometimes you just want to be at home and your draw's playing 2K. Hey. I ain't gonna lie to you. Tone is here playing 2K. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we weren't,
I knew that's what it was on.
This is what we're doing.
And speaking of WWE 2K, if you got the,
what do you play on?
I play on PlayStation, but it is cross platform. But if you go to the community creations and you put the hashtag Geekset in, you can download Geekset.
Y'all are characters.
Yeah,
download them, Tom. Right now. Yeah, nigga. They let the YNs play WWE 2K. I found them on TikTok. I'm like, y'all let the YNs. I knew they had basketball on lock, but y'all don't let the YNs play wrestling now?
Yes.
He dressed his character like a rapper. Like, I knew, like, he put the Nakamura pants on that kind of flared out. He got some white forces on. He got on 70 chains. And when I say this nigga violating the players, he beating the shit out these niggas just like a rock star. I was like, yo, niggas is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, they let the YNs play WWE. That's crazy.
The island, man. The island is so dope though, because it's 2K.
They gotta fix it. But I see where they was going.
Yeah.
So I'll be more into it next year. Like this base model, I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
But I see what's going on. I see how they giving it up.
Fucking with it, but it's my
but like Tom says all the time, as far as video games are concerned, I feel like when they can just create a game knowing that we don't have to look at last gen.
Yeah. Because
I feel like you kind of temper shit what you could do down because we also got to create some shit for a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation. I'm sorry, a PlayStation 4 PlayStation and an Xbox One.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might. I got a 360 at the crib. I might see if that still come on. The motherfucker red ring of death will pop up.
Man.
But I keep seeing on the internet a lot of people think that the big swerve out of this triple threat match is Paul Heyman leaving with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would do for anybody, but I'm here for a swerve.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't see that happening. I'm here for a nice swerve too, but
I feel like if they did that swerve would just be a swerve for the sake of a swerve.
Yeah, I think the swerve that's gonna happen is something that we're not expecting.
Is the winner of this match getting the title shot?
Absolutely.
WWE or World? I feel like this is WWE.
This is WWE title.
This is WWE title worthy. I would definitely like to see whoever between John and Cody face the winner. At least at like the next pay-per-view coming out of WrestleMania.
Cena versus Punk with the roles flipped.
Well, yeah, I could see that. I would like it. But you know what I just thought about? Like, rumor is Backlash supposed to be in the Lou.
Yeah.
So that might be like a random spot. Especially
it is. It's definitely gonna be in the Lou because I think tickets about to go on sale soon.
Just let me know, bro. Just let me know.
It's like a 4-hour drive.
Just let me know. I've been to the Lou. I think 2013. I went to see Extreme Rules. That was the
I'm gonna say after driving to SummerSlam and experiencing SummerSlam, I'm like I would absolutely fucking make trips to go to pay-per-views. Yeah, I love a good trip. I love live shows. I love being in the crowd, and it's nothing better than a live. I just
want to give me some decent seats.
Yeah,
I don't gotta be on the floor, but I don't want to be up fucking high.
Yeah,
because the Sky Trade Center kind of big.
Hey, But no, I'd be down to make a trip to the Luda.
Could you
see Backlash?
Do you think we could get a Randy Cody? Because I feel like Randy is going to get a title. Seeing that Randy might have to miss WrestleMania, I feel like we might give him a title shot.
I'd be okay. I'm gonna say I don't think he's gonna miss either. I think they're gonna throw something at him for him to get.
What if it's Nick Aldis? A lot of people have been calling for Nick Aldis.
Right, because
yeah, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just a nigga in a suit right now. He's perfectly fine.
He left TNA. He left TNA, NWA
to put a suit on.
Like he was champion.
He wasn't he?
Yeah, he was champion.
Yeah, bro's valid. He just got a suit on right now.
He just said, "Oh, y'all gonna pay me more to do this?"
Okay. He did an interview with CVV, Chris Van Fleet, I believe.
Yeah.
And Chris Van Fleet asked him about wrestling. He was like, he still wants to. He can go. He said, I guess it's just not in the cards right now with WWE. But he's hoping for an in-ring spot. I want to see him wrestle.
Hey, I'd be, and this is just me, my fantasy booking, but they need to really do the whole network versus network thing again, and the brand versus brand. And I would love to see Adam Pearce versus Nick Aldis in the ring.
You think AP still got it?
Yes.
Because last time AP was in a wrestling ring, he was getting his ass whooped. I was like, come on, bro, why y'all not letting him get his shit off? I watched him in person. I know Scrap Daddy AP get his shit off. I've seen it.
Yeah, they should be one. They should be one of the participants because we haven't had a traditional Survivor Series match. Yeah, in like 5 years.
I feel like if you're gonna keep bringing all these old ass properties back, why won't you just bring bragging rights back? Because I feel like Survivor Series is turned into what it's turned into, which is war games now. So at least you could still bring that element of tag team matches back, and now we could do all three brands here. We could do Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
Yeah, because that Survivor Series with all three was crazy.
I wouldn't care if you brought it back to NXT and then.
That's not bad either.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not bad either.
How do you feel about the TNA?
I love it. I love cross pollination. I love cross promotion between wrestling companies. I wish that AEW and WWE were on better terms and we can get that shit with them.
Nah, they don't like each other.
And they like the thing with TNA is TNA was okay with being looked at as a developmental brand and being like, okay, we'll work with NXT for the most part, right? I don't think AEW is gonna be like, oh no, okay, we only go work with the NXT talent. No, we want the main talent. We want to get some main talent victories.
I'm very surprised that this works as well as it does. Just from like an ego standpoint, like if I'm the man over here, I'm the man.
Right.
You want me to come over here and lose to your man. Like,
but if it's good,
what makes him better than me, though?
If it's good for business, it's good for business.
Moose and Open Feminine was definitely good for business.
You know what I mean?
That was as Big E would say, that was like some meat slapping meat type
Pause.
Shit. Pause.
That
was mad.
Yeah, that should have been and I mean it could possibly still be.
How you feel about this downward spiral Trick Williams is having?
I am always here for a good dark heel turn.
You think that's the outcome of this?
I think so. I think so.
Does the young OG walk out of Vegas with the NXT title? I love Oba, but I feel like, all right, bro, it's certain people I feel like you can fast track. He can be fast tracked. I feel like we could put Oba on like after WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown. Let's just throw him in here.
I want to see what they do with Jacob, right? Because if Jacob wins the United States Championship, I would absolutely love to see Oba come up and get inserted into that title picture. That'd be crazy. That's a crazy ass. Or even in just the mid card title. in general. Because even with Brian,
I was just gonna mention him. Was I'm like, dog, since his run with Bronson Reed, like he been doing some of his like best work.
Yeah.
Like Bron is out, even though he's like taking some L's.
Yeah.
It's entertaining to see him and Jacob have these big ass monster fights.
Yeah.
It's like it's so good. It's like I don't really care who wins at this point. The fights are good. It's like, dog, Braun Strowman has found this shit.
Yeah.
I like to see him and Oba just like get busy.
Yeah.
Where is fucking Omos? If Omos would just get a smidge better, it's like, I don't know why he sucks, but fix it.
And it's all and it's about the moves that you choose to do, right? And I don't think like Andre the Giant, Big Khali like style of moveset really works today because everything is so fast paced. Like the average audience member doesn't have that long of a attention span to want to really see a dragged out match.
I feel you, because even watching Oba and Moose, it's like they're big, but they're not big.
Hey yo,
pause. But I'm saying like Moose was 6'6", Oba maybe 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
So it's like they like the pause. They like the perfect big.
Yo,
like
you just called him boyfriend big.
Whoa,
hey,
I'm saying, bro, we talking wrestling though.
Hey, yo.
But I'm saying though, to like watch Moose just like jump off the top rope, like, or like Oba, I think like press slammed him to the floor type shit. Like Omos ain't really doing shit like that because he's 7'5".
Yeah, you can't really do that. Like you fuck around and blow a knee out, bro.
But I feel like they're not putting him in good spots to where like you can't wrestle Bobby Lashley and expect certain shit because he's fucking gigantic and then he's muscle bound, so he can't do shit. But like if I felt like if Omos was to wrestle smaller people, you could get a good combination of it being fast paced, but him still looking overpowered. Because once you hit your sonic speed burst, and then when I slow that shit down,
I think his moveset needs to be more so like JBL's, right?
You want Omos to start throwing clotheslines?
Bro, if Omos was starting to throw clotheslines from hell, bro, that shit will look so devastating. Or a big boot.
Dude in NXT does it now. Damn, what's his name? They used to be a tag team, but they're not a tag team anymore. They stuck his partner with Sean Spears, but the other one been teaming with the Asian nigga. Is it Jensen? Yeah, but now you teaming with the Asian nigga. I don't know how you catching up on your NXT.
Right.
But yeah, he got a nasty little clothesline. Yeah. Yeah, he got a nasty little clothesline. You fucking niggas up.
Like moves like that, I feel like those are classic moves. Like I hate the way they spam button super kicks because Sweet Chin Music.
I feel like Gunther needs to start doing the clothesline from hell.
Yeah.
As time went on, it no longer was as impactful as it was in the first time.
Unless you're Gunther. He's beating the shit out of niggas with a power bomb.
Yeah.
But now it's like
that's Sting.
I definitely Sting. But I feel like it is a difference in a Sweet Chin Music and a super kick, right? Because the Sweet Chin Music it's the extension behind it. It's a follow through.
But one, I blame the Young Bucks. I don't normally agree with one.
Fuck the Young Bucks. Don't ask why. We're not getting into this.
I do blame the Bucks because they super kick all day.
I bet when you think about it though, the Usos do too.
Yeah, but they didn't start doing it until all eyes.
That's a lie. That is a lie because Rikishi used to spam super kicks.
Usos been spamming super kicks.
I'm gonna say Rikishi used to spam.
They was
super
pop
kicks.
locking and spamming super kicks too.
Like you know what I mean? Like
but that's just my wrestling bias. I don't pay attention when one person does it versus.
I must say that's most people's rest. Like, because people didn't really start tripping about people spamming super kicks until the Bucks got on national TV and they would see the Bucks spamming super kicks. Yeah,
but I don't really hate the Young Bucks at all.
But you hate the Young Bucks.
But I hate the Young Bucks, and it's not because they do super kicks, because everybody does super kicks.
Yeah,
it's that spot monkey shit when we get into the where it's like, come on, bro, the match should have been over. But it's not over type shit. But it all just goes back into how I personally enjoy wrestling.
Yeah, it's not the way you want to consume it.
That's why I try to keep my hate takes off the internet sometimes. I try so hard.
The hate takes.
But because some shit is just be like, come on, bro. Everybody was watching this shit. Y'all may have not been watching it the way I was watching it, but I know y'all saw this. It wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Everybody has hate takes. Some people hate Goldberg. Some people love Goldberg.
More people hate Goldberg than they love Goldberg.
Oh, no, for sure. That's definitely going to be a segment on everything. I have a lot of hate takes.
Well, today's one's hate takes.
But all in all, are you excited for WrestleMania?
Absolutely, man. I love WrestleMania season. It's my favorite time of the year, man. Like, and now that I feel like we are getting to a point where they're starting to choose and utilize WrestleMania as the season finale type of deal, and we're getting close. Okay, now things are going to reset after WrestleMania. It's going to be the end of stories, and now we get new stories at the beginning of the Raw after Mania. Raw after Mania now means more because it's like a season opener,
and we got a few people that set to pop up. We
We
just had one pop up a little early. Ray Phoenix.
Just crazy. I get the whole reason why Penta's on Raw, Ray's on SmackDown, right? You wanna they debuted at separate times because of contract issues,
but I think that's where the money is, though.
Yeah, but you wanna keep them separate so they can build their own following. No, they have. They did all throughout the match with Ray Phoenix.
I feel like Wade Barrett. I feel like either
man.
Wade Barrett or Joe said it on the SmackDown when they played and they said he was coming next week.
Yeah,
and then when they talked about, I feel like they mentioned it.
And Wade Barrett kept dropping because I was thinking that when I was watching the match, I'm like, damn, they ain't mentioned that one time that this is Penta's brother. And then as soon as I thought that, Ray Barrett was like, yeah, and his brother Penta's on Raw. So it was like, okay. Yeah, it's the same but different. But then at the same time, if you debut them as a tag team, you already got this tag team division that you don't really know what you're doing with. And they're
SmackDown tag division is way better than whatever the fuck they're doing on Raw.
And then they're such a hot name that they're automatically going to be assumed to be in the tag team title picture. You don't want to do that to them right away because you got 50-50 booking at that point. Either they got to win in their debut match like Motor City Machine Gun, or they're losing in their debut match.
I guess from just a guy that's watching it, if they're gonna keep them separate, I guess I'm more interested to see what comes of Ray Phoenix.
Yeah,
because I feel like just in the wrestling world, maybe I'm tripping, but Penta had the name. Yeah, I've always heard of Penta before I heard of who Ray Phoenix was.
Right.
I didn't really start hearing about Ray Phoenix until AEW was a thing.
Yeah.
And the Lucha Bros were always beefing with the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
But like as far as like Lucha Underground and shit that wasn't WWE, I'd always heard the name of Penta.
It was Penta.
I just didn't hear who Ray Phoenix was. Beat that motherfucker up. Yo, like the fact that now like all this footage is starting to resurface again. I'm like, damn, it's a lot of shit that I just didn't know was a thing.
Right. Shit, me too. Like there's a
like I didn't know Swerve was in Lucha Underground.
It was like a smooth 10 years of wrestling that I did not pay attention.
Yeah, he wore a mask, some like kill shot or some shit. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Dom showed up in Lucha Underground.
That's crazy.
I was like, yeah. Well, I knew Ray was there. I just never knew they did a spot where Dom was there. But I'm like, yo, Lucha Underground was on Netflix for a while. I wonder what happened to that.
Yeah,
Man,
it might be bringing that shit back.
Like as a company?
No, back to Netflix.
I'm like Lucha Underground come back as a company.
Because the way they used to do their vignettes, that shit is simple.
Right, look like just from looking at it, maybe that's. I was like, this don't feel like wrestling. This feel like a movie. Like what? What are they doing? This is different. I'm like, this don't feel like wrestling to me. This is something different.
That's what.
I'm like, is this Telemundo? Like,
that's what Evolve looks like to me sometimes.
Have you been watching Evolve on Tubi?
I've been trying to catch it every so often. Yeah,
I watch.
Tubi has everything. Tubi is the come up of Black TV.
Oh, when I found out who owned it, I was like, oh, that makes sense. No, Fox owns Tubi.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Because like when I first got introduced to Tubi, like Tubi had a very extensive movie catalog.
Yeah,
I knew nothing about this nigga shit. Then niggas started talking about all these random ass series. I'm like, where y'all watching this nigga shit? And like, oh, it's on Tubi. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Tubi has a bunch of random. I was watching Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask 4. I was watching that shit on Tubi. Fucking, I just found out they got Jackie Chan Adventures.
Do you watch LFG?
I watched. I tried to watch an episode this past Sunday.
I ain't got a chance to check it out. I like WWE when they do reality TV, but at the same time, I hate it.
Yeah, because it's back to my original point of, I don't like. I enjoyed Tough Enough, but I had to watch it in like pockets, right? Because I didn't want to. I didn't want too much exposure to, what's going on behind the scenes. Like, cause I still want to be in the moment when I'm watching.
Here's why I hate when WWE do reality shows. Because, like, everybody shows up in character, and I hate it. Like, bro, this is I get it.
I like that. Though.
I wouldn't last on the show because, like, I would be upset at it.
I want you to be in character.
If you ask me how my day was, and you respond, fuck we doing in here, bro? Like, don't talk to me like that. Like, you doing this for the camera?
Absolutely.
It's not gonna tee up on you. Now we getting spicy.
Because I'm like, because you hear, right? You hear it to learn how to be a superstar. In the old school wrestlers, there was like Undertaker was always in character.
Like
that nigga was walking. He'd be walking through the mall in his full gimmick.
That's crazy. Stay home. Like, don't even come outside, bro. You're doing too much.
Undertaker. Undertaker was the Undertaker, right? Like, and I feel like with social media and cameras being everywhere nowadays, wrestlers don't get the opportunity to be themselves outside of here because we see them all the time. We got access to them all the time. So
if I meet you in real life, bro, please be who your government is. Don't be your wrestler self.
I'm not paying to see Phil, bro. Huh? I'm not paying to see Phil Brooks.
I'm saying, like, if I bump into you in the mall, I would rather see Phil. I don't want.
If I bump into you at the mall, absolutely, I'm okay with you being Phil Brooks.
Yeah, that's because what I'm saying.
You're not expecting to be out.
Seen, motherfucker. Like, I was in here trying to buy some shoes. Using a fucking food court.
What's good, Phil?
But no,
at the same time, I don't want to call you Phil because I don't know you like.
I wouldn't call you Phil, but I would hit you with the CM Punk because it's respect. I've seen enough outside clips to understand that. Matter of fact, it's not even about outside clips. The way wrestlers feel about niggas calling it by their government name is how I feel when I wear my name tag at work and you walk up and you read it as if you've known me all your fucking life.
Yeah, don't do that. Bro.
Hey, Dewan, how you? You don't know me, bro. Why you talking to me like that? Just that's why I don't wear my name tag. That's exactly why I don't wear it.
Hold on, bro. Who the fuck are you?
Like, this is exactly why I don't wear my name tag.
Make me forget I work here for a second.
But I saw a clip and like. Sometimes you do got to put your nerves and your feelings in your pocket. Like, I understand We are all happy to be here. I'm gracious of this opportunity. But like, bro, don't come in here and shit on my dream because you in character, bro. Like, we'll scrap right the fuck now. Ring General.
I was you talking about Gunther when he came at dude.
He was talking
emotional.
He was talking to the chick too. He was like, nobody wants to seal. You're not going to be a superstar. All right, bro. Why you shitting on my dream, bro? That's right. Like, bam.
Hey, I mean, but sometimes you gotta humble a motherfucker, like, bro.
If I was sitting here smiling, bro, I don't think I needed to be humble. I think at this point, I'm already humble. I'm glad to be here.
Some of them might have needed to be humbled.
That ain't your fucking job.
It is. If they call you in as the world champion, your job is to show them that they're not world champion.
I'm only not world champion because I don't work here, brother.
Are you though?
I want you to understand that this shit is still predetermined, man. They told you that you was world champion.
Yeah.
You didn't do nothing. And then I watched the match that you had. It was lackluster.
But you want to be in my position, though.
I do, because you get paid a lot.
So you going to listen to what the fuck I say?
No, I'm not. I need to listen to the nigga that was talking to you. Who told you? Who put you on?
Well, that nigga dead.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I like to thank everybody who came and who came, saw, and conquered. Right. Eat, sleep, and repeat.
Yeah.
You know what we should start? I got an idea. I'm supposed to tell you when to cut the cameras off because you don't want to tell everybody what's on your mind.
You can't
right.
expose.
Did somebody see it? Because I already feel like WWE be listening to shit wrestling fans say, and they try to say that they don't. But they hear what we say.
They do.
That's why John Cena replied to all these fucking wrestling tropes. But that you can't wrestle got up under his skin.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, nigga, you can't. Well, I mean, it's not.
It's
not.
People, the same thing what people will say. I hear people say about Jey Uso and say Jey Uso can't wrestle. He uses the same 5 moves. Like they didn't have a problem with John Cena using the same 5 moves for 15 years.
You know what I like to like when I hear the you can't wrestle conversations, I like to compare it to basketball. Kevin Durant has a very beautiful game. The way he plays basketball is very beautiful.
Yeah.
LeBron James, the way he plays basketball is very clunky because he's physical.
Yeah.
Like I'm posting up, I'm backing down, I'm coming to the rack type shit. Right. Kevin Durant, 7 feet. I can shoot over just about anybody. I pull up, get to my spot. And I feel like when I watch John Cena, I know it's going to be clunky. I know it's going to be physical. When he hits you, that's where it's like, was it real? Was it fake? Because that shit look like it hurt it.
Is he a brawler?
And then it's like watching Randy Orton. It's smooth. It's effortless the way he moves around. Because it's beautiful. It's pretty to watch Randy Orton kind of wrestle type shit.
He has one of the best drop kicks in the game. And the one of the
only second to Hardcore Holly.
True.
That's the only person I'm putting over Randy as far as drop kick.
Yeah.
AJ got a nice drop kick. Them top 3.
Yeah.
And if you want to add,
low key, Gunther has a nice drop kick.
You think so?
Yeah, that fucking that shotgun,
the running shotgun,
that shit is crazy.
Him or Braun? Which one you rather take? Because Braun was doing a running drop kick for a minute.
I'd rather take Gunther's. Because Gunther looked like he could actually place that shit correctly.
Yeah, Braun fuck around, kick you in the chest, head, and nuts at the same time.
I fuck around and have a concussion at the end of that match because Braun done kicked me straight in the head because he didn't jump too high or some shit. Fucking yeah, but Randy also has one of the best power slams I've ever seen.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's just smooth and beautiful to watch. So I feel like Jay, it's clunky, but it's meant to be clunky on purpose.
Yeah, that's his style. Like
right,
the Usos were unconventional.
And it's like what? And like we've been watching Jay wrestle for 15 years. I feel like if Jay just started doing some other shit, I wouldn't know how to take it.
Yeah.
Pause. Like, all right, we gotta get out of here. I tried to talk to him. Thank y'all for coming to the show tonight. Ooh, that was disgusting, bitch. Pause. All right, man, we out of here, brother.